It's a brand that every Australian's got an opinion about. You know, Telstra bashing is a pretty popular pastime, but if you want to change how people feel about a brand, you got to change how the brand feels.
Welcome, Brent Smart from Telstra. Thanks for taking the journey with us out there.
Thanks for having me. I think this is fun.
Telstra's a brand that's been around for so long.
Yeah.
I remember growing up putting 20 cents in the phone and giving my mother 2 rings to tell her I was at the station and hanging up.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got pretty much 100% awareness. Like, everyone knows Telstra. But the flip side of that is there's a whole bunch of people, their mind's made up. But it's interesting how quickly you can sort of move some of those really entrenched perceptions. Wait for it, here we come.
Straight away, I knew because of the colours.
Yeah, colour is a really powerful thing for brands, and there are certain brands we just instantly know whether it's the Tiffany blue or the, or McDonald's. For us, we call orange earth, and we call blue sky because the colours represent Australia. Out of home, we only ever use our brand colours. But I think the important thing is, colour's not enough. The thing that makes our work distinctive, I think, is the craft. One of our brand traits we talk about is always crafted with a human hand. It just makes our work feel a bit more special because it's been a bit more cared for. And we're a premium brand, so the work should feel premium as well. The colours help, but I think it's more how distinctive our craft is.
Obviously, you've got Wherever We Go, and then you had the cyber threats campaign.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't get it straight away. It's good to leave some room for the audience, right? Because it's up for a while. Our stuff's up for months. Why not reward people on a repeat view?
I mean, often when we see creative, we go, well, this is a big leap for someone to get in the 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But I love that room to think about it. So how does the skeleton fit into that?
It's a really simple idea that everyone's doing the walk.
It's inclusive.
It's very inclusive. So what's the most interesting, ridiculous examples you can have of people doing the walk? And so, a skeleton, a turnip, a yeti, they're all getting involved. I think the thing we wanted to resist was let's just use the animated characters from the TV ad and let's put them on a billboard. Sure, great for consistency, but not great out of home. And there's a lot of thought that goes into, well, at this size, we should use these sort of characters. So there are big ones and smaller ones, and so we
Sometimes
can sort of
see a leg and
exactly. So we're able to have some variety. It's never been easier to avoid advertising. The great thing about out of home, it just sits there. It's big. It's kind of unmissable. And I saw there's some research where young people, they find it relaxing, to be taken in when you're ready and on your terms. And so, I think it's a really special medium.
Right into the Madison at the moment.
Oh, is that good?
I loved it. Anyway, one of the ads that came on was your ad. When I heard it the first time, I thought, ooh, this sounds like Dolly Parton. It's Islands in the Stream.
But whistled. But again, for some people, it takes a few listens and then they realise. I think a big theme of our marketing is restraint, as opposed to song has to be on everything.
Yeah, we've got this asset. We're going to use it every single time.
It's distinctive assets. Make it distinctive. Having that level of surprise and playfulness across all our different executions is what gives a brand a consistent voice. I've worked with brands before where they do one big thing a year. There's all this pressure on this one big thing. I always want to try and take that fear away. By making lots of stuff. And not all of them turn out as great as you think, but we've had a pretty good strike rate.
And you're one of our very few brands that also has assets. You obviously own the telephone boxes.
We do. And there's thousands of them around Australia, and they're in places where there aren't big sort of outdoor sites. So they're a fantastic way for us to have a brand asset that's in the community and has some permanence. And the best thing we've done on them is the free calls to Santa. Again, that's an experience that we can only uniquely deliver. I'm a big believer in you need to commit long-term to get the best sites. I was super jealous that Apple had all the best sites. So when I came to Telstra, I said to our media agency, get me the best outdoor sites you can, and I want to own them. It's the backbone of our whole media buy.
A lot of people are saying we're having a moment now as a medium. Where do you see out of home going?
I think we've seen a pendulum swing from performance marketing back to brand marketing. Performance marketing is super important, but we've got to remember what performance marketing is about converting existing demand. The other job, which is just as important, if not more important for marketers, is how do I build future demand for people who aren't currently in the market? They're giving us no signal at all. They haven't been to our website, they haven't engaged with us, and out of home is a killer way to do it.
So Brent, this brings us to the end of our Out There adventure.
Cool. Thanks for having me, it's been fun.
Whistling.
No, not bad.